Hey, Grand Rising. It is Monday, December 22nd, 2025. Cheers. And cheers to being up and trying to finagle life. Because you know what? Getting up and finagling life every day, sometimes it's kind of hard. Cheers again. So, and even the husband, he was letting me sleep in this morning. And I didn't realize it was almost 7 o'clock. And he's waking me up with a cup of coffee saying, hey, you should probably get up and take your medicine. Because he knows I like to take my medicine a decent hour in the morning. And then so I can take my potassium pill at kind of the same time in the evening. Because if I take my morning medicine at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, then I have to wait to take my potassium until 9 or 10 o'clock at night. It sucks. But he knows that's important to me. So he helps me through that. Whether I want him to or not. That's going to be... I could feel it catching in my throat. I've been having that over the weekend. Just a little catch in my throat where I can't stop coughing. There we go. I've also noticed, since I'm talking about this, I've noticed that when I'm coughing, it's not coming from my lungs. Anything that I'm coughing up, like phlegm or whatever, it's not coming from my lungs. It's coming directly from my stomach. So pay attention to when you're coughing and doing stuff, whether it's coming from your lungs or whether it's coming from your stomach. A lot of the coughing I've had, if I can cough whatever is in my stomach out, then that's what kind of relieves the coughing, is coughing that out. It's not coming from the lungs, it's coming totally from my stomach. I don't know why it's coming from my stomach, but it is. The only thing I can think of is that it's draining overnight. Like overnight you sleep and everything drains, and then you swallow. You don't really cough or sneeze or do anything in the middle of the night. So your stuff is draining all night long, and then it ends up in your stomach, and then you cough it out. It doesn't end up in your lungs while you're breathing at night. It ends up in your stomach. I don't know why, but pay attention to that. I had something on my lip. Whatever. So I'm up and trying to get motivated today. I got a couple of banana breads to make up. I've got to mix up banana bread batter. I used up all of my batter from yesterday that I had. All of my previous batter. And then I made up new zucchini batter yesterday, and I did not use all of that. But now I had pulled bananas yesterday from the freezer, and so then today I can make my banana bread batter. Banana bread and banana nut bread batter. So I can also, I put it out there yesterday. I was selling banana bread and all this stuff. My aunt sent me money for an order already. So, and I've still got order forms out at the nursing home. So if they want to place an order for a weekly order of banana bread, they can do that. So sometimes it doesn't show me who is watching. So if you're watching and it doesn't pop up on my screen, Grand Rising, cheers on a Monday. So something that happened to me over the weekend was one of my good friends, her daughter-in-law is friends with all of my children, and her daughter-in-law decided to bring me an ornament. I'm not going to get the ornament out right now and show anybody. I already posted pictures. Because the last time I got my ornament out, actually it was right after she brought me the first one, before she even hit the stop sign. It fell out of my slippery fingers and busted. So yesterday she brought me another one. And then she left here with a whole bunch of candies and fudges and breads. Not a whole bunch of everything, just like little bits of it. She had some glass candy, some fudges, I think some strawberry candies, which is something we do, and a couple of breads. So, and she did not expect that, but that's okay, because she got it anyway. Because that's what we do. We give away things. And there's a lot of times I give away the stuff that I do, in addition to selling the stuff that I do. So I will sell it and I will give it away. Like yesterday, My mom was getting around bags for people because that's what we do. We get around bags for people. And there's a little guy that they help, little old guy that they help that is a veteran that doesn't have a lot. And so my grandma's always getting stuff for him. Like about every weekend that grandma goes shopping, she looks for this little old guy sitting out because he sits on the road doing whatever, I don't know what he's doing. I've never seen him. But my grandma says he's always sitting out there. So she always helps him. She buys him a sandwich, she buys him a drink and a fruit and something, snack. But she's always doing that. So for Christmas, my mom made this guy a blanket. And because he's a veteran, it's red, white, and blue. And she made it to where the hearts, like each square is a heart. And then the squares, they're in a heart as well. It's crazy cool. Maybe I'll post a picture of that later. Either way, so in addition to in that bag is a whole bunch of other stuff. But then I decided to put an anxiety guy and an emotional support pickle in his bag. And then also my mom was getting around a bag for someone else. And I decided to put an emotional support pickle. She asked for an emotional support pickle, but I gave her an emotional support pickle and a little anxiety guy to put in the bag because these people that they're making these bags for, they're down, they're depressed, they're sad, they need emotional support help. They need anxiety support help. So if I can't be there for them personally, and I can give them something else to focus their emotional support and anxiety on, which is my little guys that I give away. So I will sell it as much as Grand Rising and Donna. So I will sell it as much as I will give it away. Someone else bought two pairs of gloves from me a couple weeks ago. And not that I'm bragging, but this is what I do. So I'm going to put it out there. But she got 2 pairs of gloves and she said the one pair was for her granddaughter that walks to and from work in this weather. Well, the weather's not so bad right now, but in this weather, their granddaughter is walking to and from work. And so I had extra hats laying around that I had already previously made several years ago, probably during COVID. And so I threw a hat in on top of whatever she was already buying for nothing. Like I don't always charge for anything. And I think someone else needed, the one bag that my mom was making up yesterday. She got, my grandma bought a pair of gloves from me, the dragon gloves. And my mom says, do you have a matching hat? Good morning, Grand Rising Abaya. So my mom said, do you have a matching hat to go with these gloves? I'm like, yeah, of course I've got a matching hat. And so I donated that too, because people need to feel the love. So, and I'm also working on stuff. So not only am I giving stuff away, but I'm also working on stuff. So today it's chicken coasters. And I've got these. I got the red already on them and all that. And then I'm working on the brown ones and the light brown ones. So just trying to keep busy, trying to keep myself sane and whatnot. And I noticed that the more I focus on to what I want to do, which right now is this, then the more that people are like, hey, that people will interrupt you no matter what. And when you focus on what you want and what you want to do, I saw this on a post the other day. When you focus on what you want to do, then other things come along that help you through whatever you're trying to get through. And sometimes what I need is orders. But if I focus on orders, I don't get shit. If I go off and do my own thing because that's what I want to do, my phone goes ding, 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 ding. Seriously, it's so weird. So that's probably my advice today is to get to doing what you want to do. I know that we are still grieving. I know that my children are still heavily grieving Jeremiah, and that's fine. You can. But also, this is a reminder to my children to get up, especially you, Abaya, get up. Do things that are going to help you. Just be you. And sometimes it's crafting something. If you need yarn, chicken coasters are $20 for a set of 4. So if you get, that's why I kind of made up extra. And I'm still making up extra. I've got 1 set already sold. So if you want, I can make them all the same color. I can, or you can have them one of each color. And I think my friend is getting one of each color. So it's going to look like this. Chicken coasters. I know the other 2 aren't finished, but that's going to be the chicken coasters. It looks like a flock of chickens, doesn't it? There we go. Flock of chickens, $20 coasters. So, so that's just kind of what I'm up and doing this morning. And just trying to figure out life. And isn't that what we're all doing? I'm just trying to figure out life. Grand Rising Glenda. So, so get up and do some things for yourself. I don't know how else to explain it. Just get up and do things for yourself. What do you want to concentrate on? Abaya, if you need yarn or something, come see me. I will give you some yarn and a hook if that's what you need. If that's what you want to do. If that's not what you want to do, then don't worry about it. But if you want to get it into crocheting stuff or whatever, come see your mom. So, because your mom will give you the stuff that you need. Especially after that gift I got yesterday or the other day. The gift I got was a whole ton of yarn. I can't even imagine. I can't wait to get my fingers into that yarn. So, just find the things that you need to feel better for yourself. And we're going to have a whole lifetime of grieving. Good morning, Kelly. Grand Rising. Grand Rising, Kelly. We're all going to be grieving for the rest of our lives. We are all going to be grieving for the rest of our lives forever and ever and ever. Also, we still need to get up and find our own magic within ourselves. Find our own thing that we love within ourselves. You have to. And I'm not saying it as like I'm trying to tell you what to do. I'm saying it in the essence that if you don't get up and start learning to find what you love after a loss, then it'll be harder for you to get out of your funk. And there's a lot of people that are out there and they want to continue to stay in their funk. And I don't know how I'm dealing with getting out of my funk as opposed to doing other things and or staying within my own funk. So it's kind of hard. Like, I have moments where I'm just beside myself, and then I have moments where I'm not. And then I have more moments where I'm just beside myself, and I have more moments when I'm not. So in the moments when I'm not beside myself, I'm crafting. I'm taking care of things. Yesterday was an excessive bread baking day. Yes, I will sell you a pair or a set of chicken coasters. They're $20. Do you want all the same color? Or do you want one of each? Because we can do one of each, and that's fine. That's kind of what I planned, is people just want one of each. So it's like a flock of chickens. You got all different colors chickens in the flock. So, I will let you know. I will message you and let you know, Donna, when they're done. And they should be probably done today or tomorrow. I still need to get out my yellow yarn and do the beaks on all of them. So, but we're all grieving, and so I don't even know if I'm doing it right. Like, there are people that are still in their own grief from 20 years ago, and I get it. I've been in grief for very long periods of time, but also we've got to get up and we've got to do something different. And I see people that just continue to let themselves go and let their emotions overrun them, and I get it. Totally get it. I could sit here and let my emotions overrun me every single moment, every single day. And I know that that will hurt me physically. Like, physically, that will hurt something else in my body. Currently, my feet are killing me. My legs are killing me. My shoulders are killing me. Not because I'm sitting in my grief, because I baked bread excessively yesterday. And then even Grandma wanted to get into the kitchen last night to make up something, other kind of candy, another batch of strawberries. And I said, Grandma, I don't think you understand the magnitude of my baking right now. Because when I told you it was going to take me all day to bake up this bread, that's what I meant. It's going to take me all day. I'm just fidgeting with scissors right now. My little scissors. Either way, put that back. So yeah, I baked excessively all day from the time I started until the time, probably about 7 o'clock last night. And then I finally looked at my mom and was like, look, I need to walk away. I haven't taken a break all day. I've been doing. Yesterday, it felt literally like I worked in a bakery. Like I was mixing, I was baking, and I was taking it from here to the other room so they could cool faster, and I was back and forth. It really felt like I was working at my own bakery. So if you're up and you're trying to feel what the next step is, I don't know, feel something different. You have to make yourself feel something different. Okay, I will send you a message later, Donna. So yeah, you have to make yourself feel something different. You can be sad and still make yourself feel something differently. You can be sad and still find a slimmer glimmer of happiness. You can be sad and mourning and still be in good spirits. You can be sad and mourning and still treat people with a decency of respect. You can do all of that. There are hard things to do, yes, but as a society, as a people, as a human race, we can do hard things because things are only hard in the beginning. As you practice and as you move along, same with getting a new job, same with having a new baby, same with ending a job, same with figuring out your next step in life. I forgot my train of thought. Train derailed. But you can be a nice person no matter what's going on in your life. And you're going to have to learn. That's what I was going with. You have to learn how to deal with all of these new things that are ending, emotional upset, emotional downgrade, whatever. You have to learn to deal with them, or it's going to drive you crazy. Luckily, very luckily, I have been working on my emotions and my emotional state of mind for several years. I've not been doing it my whole life. I've only been doing it since I was about 37 years old, and I'm 45 now. So 8 years I've been working on my emotional health. Before that, it was everybody else's fault. It wasn't me, it was everybody else. After that, after my counseling and whatnot, it wasn't anyone else's fault. It's all me. How I feel, what I do, what I'm doing in life, it's all on me. I can blame everyone else, but that's not true. So even my first marriage, I realized that more than half of that was me. There was a lot that was him, but a lot of it was me. And it was back and forth. And we were young and we were stupid. So it is what it is. We both agree that we were young and stupid. Our kids now are young and stupid. It is what it is. That's where we are at. So now that we're not so young and stupid, we're practicing our emotions. We're dealing with these things. And a lot of people don't know how to deal with their emotions. They don't know how to practice their emotions on us in a way that's healthy for them, which is why I do these videos, because this is your gentle reminder every day. Practice your emotions. Even when you're practicing your emotions, and even if you think you've got it, oh yeah, got these emotions down pat, something's going to happen. It's going to tell you ain't got it, that you don't have your emotions like you thought you did. You don't know how to deal with your emotions like you thought you did. Grand Rising Candy. Cheers. I need a drink of coffee anyway. Cheers. So even on the off chance that your emotions are derailed for a moment, it's still important to practice them. Because again, a lot of people don't know how to handle their emotions. They get sad and they get angry. Then they get happy and then they get angry. And then they get frustrated and they get angry. And they have anxiety and they get angry. Everything ends with anger because you don't know how to handle the goddamn emotions that's been given to you. So, So it's really important to practice those emotions before an upset, because once you practice your emotions, and practicing them as journaling, it's feeling your emotions, it's feeling through your emotions, it's acknowledging your emotions and feeling that your emotions are real. And even if someone's like, well, I don't know why you're feeling that. Well, because that's the way I'm feeling. You don't have to understand why. Why are you feeling the way you feeling? Do you know? Bet you don't. So why don't you go over there and figure out your emotions? I'll be over here figuring out my emotions. And maybe we can collaborate together of our emotions. And a lot of people are like, that's bullshit, that's bullshit. Well, do what you want. But as long as you're angry every day, you ain't dealing with your emotions. Promise you that. So that's probably my biggest message today is get up and practice dealing with your emotions. And I'm saying this not to just my children, but to everyone else out there that's grieving and grieving hard and they can't get through it. I got one friend that is just beside herself and she can't get through it. I think she's gone through 2 losses this year. And she's having a really hard time. And I totally get it. Totally get it. But also you gotta pick yourself up. You have to. I mean, you don't really have to if you don't want to. But if you want to feel better, if you don't know why and you just are confused, you've got to make yourself. Half the time, I don't want to do whatever's going on around here. I have to put my feelings aside for just a moment. I have to put my feelings aside to get up and go get a shower. I have to put my feelings aside to get up and go do the dishes. I have to put my feelings aside. I had to put my feelings aside all day yesterday to bake up all that bread. So, sometimes you have to put your feelings aside to do what's the next best thing for you. And then after my day of bread baking fiasco, because it was kind of a fiasco, I was all over the place. I ended up getting a shower. I had to make myself get a shower. I've been wanting to. Oh, you're so welcome, Candy. I told my husband, he was like making me dinner and stuff because I hadn't eaten all day. And I was like, look, he kept trying to ask me what I wanted in my dinner. It was fancy noodles, fancy ramen. That's what we do. We don't do regular ramen. We do fancy ramen. And the husband likes to gourmet up my ramen. So he's like trying to tell me, ask me, hey, what do you want? What do you want? How do you want it? I was like, you know what? I don't care what you put in it. Just make it so I like it. I need a shower and I need everyone to shut the fuck up. Because I've been anxious to get in there and try my stuff that I got from my friend the other day. And I told my husband, I was like, because I got a loofah. I know, not a big deal, except that my previous loofah was starting to fall apart. And it was just like a brand new loofah, but it was already starting to fall apart. And I was like, this isn't right. Why is my loofah already starting to, I'm rough on my loofahs. And I scrub and scrub. Either way, so I was anxious to get in there and try my loofah and try my Moroccan rose scented stuff that I got from my friend. Because that's what I wanted. I wanted to do the body scrub. I wanted to do the new scented stuff. I wanted to do the new scented lotion. So I was really told the husband, you really just need to be quiet because I need to go do this and do whatever you're going to do. I'm out. And sometimes that's the way it's got to be. And he understands. He's not upset about it. He doesn't. And when I look at him, I'm like, oh, fuck you. He doesn't think anything of it other than I'm not having a good morning. And so he does extra to make it better. Even after I'm like, oh, fuck you. He knows where I'm coming from. It's not even him. And sometimes it's him making me laugh. And I'm like, oh, why? So, life is life, right? We got to keep lifing, whether you like it or not. So I'm up this morning and I'm doing more banana bread after I make up the batter and crocheting coasters, chicken coasters. In case y'all haven't seen, look at that. I gotta put the yellow beaks on them, but other than that, I don't know if that's almost done. I don't know if I'm putting an eye on it. I haven't read that far into the pattern. Sometimes I just get a pattern and I just start going and I read it as I go. I'm like, oh, okay. So then it makes sense. Whatever. By the way, that was a free pattern online that I found. So if anyone wants their own chicken coaster pattern, I found it free online. So FYI, Candy and whoever else wants it. So find your own things on a Monday to feel grateful for. Today, I am grateful, so grateful that the kid is on Christmas break, because that means I can stay in my pajamas all day. I ain't got to go nowhere to go pick a kid up from school. I ain't got to go nowhere. So we staying in our pajamas all day. She is, I am. She says to me last night, she says, what do you got planned for tomorrow? I said, being in my own little world. She's like, what do you mean being in your own little world? I said, I don't have to go pick up a kid from school. I don't have to get out of my pajamas. I'm going to stay in my own little world. So I asked her the same thing. I said, what you going to do tomorrow on your first big day of Christmas break? She's like, well, probably going to do the same thing you do. Stay in my pajamas, listen to music, dance around all day. She ain't got homework to do. She ain't got this other stuff to do. And she got a phone, finally, for Christmas. The husband went and bought her a phone. It's not like activated. There's no minutes on it yet. There will be eventually. But, so he got her the phone. And, by the way, thank you, everybody. Grand Rising Denise. Thank you, everybody who has been buying bread from me, because that helped me purchase this phone for her for Christmas. So thank you, everybody. It really did help with that. So she's got this brand new phone that she's putting apps on. She's on the Wi-Fi. She's apping it up. Whatever. So I'm grateful that she's happy with that. She's content with that. I just gotta throw food at her every now and then. She'll be all right. I don't really throw the food at her. I make her eggs, take them into her. When it's dad making her eggs, she wants scrambled. But when it's mom making her eggs, she wants over easy. With no toast. Who the fuck does that? The toast is for the middle, where it's goopy. She eats it without toast. I can't do that. I'm doing all right. I miss your face. Mwah, mwah, mwah. So find your own things to feel grateful for. If you can't feel grateful for anything else, you can be grateful that you're up and that your heart's beating. I don't know what that last word is. Gotta have the toast. Oh, the toast. Yeah. Yes, you gotta have the toast. Why not? But she doesn't want toast. She doesn't do the bread thing normally. Either way, so if you can't find anything else to feel grateful for in your life, be grateful that your heart's beating. And if you can't do that and you don't want to do that, be grateful that you can wipe your own ass. I'm going to say it every day. It's going to be a thing. It's just the thing that I do these days. Be grateful you can wipe your own butt, because someday you're not going to be able to, and you're going to hope and pray that that person can get that job done that you can't do. So feel grateful that you can wipe your own ass and you don't need anyone else back there messing stuff up. I swear. I can't. Oh, I'm grateful that you caught me here, because I'm actually in a good mood this morning. I'm in a great mood. You should check out that ornament I got. I posted pictures of it. I'm not going to pull it out because slippery fingers will drop it. Like, I've even got this thing. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, jeez. Look at the messy kitchen. I haven't cleaned anything. Like, I got done baking yesterday, and I really just stopped. But I got this thing. You can't really see it. It's on my phone. Like, this is this little thing down here that I'm hanging on to. There we go. It's this thing. It's a stringy thing. It's on my phone. I have it on my phone because I'm a klutz. I'm a huge klutz. The only thing that's changed in the last 10 years from me being a huge klutz is that I can finally learn to catch things. Except glass. I can't catch glass. I'm not going to even attempt that. But I have this extra stringy thing. So every time I drop my phone, because I'm still a klutz, I can catch it with this stringy thing. And I drop my phone a whole lot less with that stringy thing. I'm still a klutz. I will still drop things. But I will also catch it quickly. Except glass. Did not catch that glass ornament. And no, don't catch glass. Don't. I have this, I don't know if you can see it, I have this scar on my arm from when I caught glass. Where is it? Anyhow, but I caught glass. I got a nice little Nike symbol on my arm from trying to catch glass. Don't try to catch glass, people. It will get you, whether you like it or not. It's kind of my fault. My arm guards weren't all the way up. Whatever. Probably shouldn't have been trying to catch glass anyway. But anyhow, so. Also, be your own magic, find your own magic. If you can't be magical for yourself, others have magic to offer to you. And sometimes you're too tired to find your own magic and be your own magic. And that's okay. You can do that. You don't have to be magical every single moment, every single day. It's fucking exhausting. So take a rest, do what you got to do for you, and let someone else help you. Let others help you. And that's kind of what I've been going on, is I do my thing, I crochet my stuff, and I let others help me. And sometimes the help that they're giving me is orders for different things. So like yesterday, even me baking up that bread helped me in the long run, helped me sleep better. Grandma gave me a little bit of money for making up all this bread for her to take to work today. So it helped me on several different levels. So do get up and do things for yourself. And even if you're taking baby steps and you're getting, back into the swing of things, it's okay. Do a little bit here and then rest. And then do something else. A little bit. Just little bits. And then rest. And sometimes that is your magic to get back into the swing of things. So, also, be your own sunshine. Tomorrow isn't promised to anybody. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care what color your skin is. Tomorrow's not promised. So get up today and find some things within yourself to do, be grateful for, be sunshiny about. And if you need help, there's plenty of help out there. If you need mental health help, there's help out there. You can Google it. You can Google articles to read. One of my friends got a hold of me for dietary needs. I got to say this really quick because she got a hold of me for dietary needs because she was at the doctor and the doctor told her different things and she needed to change her diet. So she got a hold of me because she knows I've been dealing with it. And she's like, I'm low on iron or something. And and the doctor told me I need to eat more red meat, but she doesn't want red meat or she's allergic to red meat. And she says, but I still need the effects of eating the red meat. I said, well, then Google how to get the nutrients from red meat without red meat. You can Google anything and it will give you an answer. And if it's not a thing that's possible, it will tell you that as well. So I know I'm big on Google. I probably shouldn't be with a whole bunch of stuff going on, but whatever. So either way, Google's been really helping me get through my stuff and learning different things about my diet and my health and whatnot. And if you really feel like you need to get these nutrients in your body that you feel like you need, then also Google it. How do I get this without this? I don't like red meat. I don't personally like red meat a whole lot, but I still need the nutrients from the red meat. So maybe even I need to Google how to get the nutrients from red meat without eating red meat. You can do anything. You, in this world that we live in today, you really can do anything. You can look up anything. I've seen people look up some crazy, weird questions. So don't, do all that. Shauna. When I think of that, I think of Shauna, the things that she's Googled over the years. People can Google anything. Did you know that? Anything. And it will come up with an answer. It might not be the answer you're looking for. So be careful with that. So that's pretty much all I got for today. Just get up and, I'm not telling you you have to feel better for yourself right now, but I'm telling you it's important for you to start to begin to feel better for yourself because your people would want you to feel better for yourself. If the roles were reversed and it was Jeremiah that was grieving me, then I would want him to get up and go do things. Get up and have the girlfriends and have the wife and have the children and do all of that. Are you going to miss me? Is it going to be sad? Yes. But still, you have to get up and do things. So that's what I would want for him. So because that's what I would want for him, that's what I'm doing. Because I know that's what he would want for me. So that's all I got. Recap Find your things to feel grateful for. Be your own magic. Find your own magic and be your own sunshine. And if you can't do those things right now, it's okay. Take some deep breaths. Journal a little bit. Look into your feelings a little bit. Google some things that you feel it's on your mind. If it's on your mind, you can type it into Google and it will come up with something. If it's on your mind and you're overstressed about it, type it into Google. It will come up with something that you can read, that you can watch, that you can follow along with to help you get through whatever it is you need to get through. And I don't know all the things you need to get through, but you do. So form it into a question for Google and see what Google has to say. So I think that's all I got for today. Hope everyone can have a great day. Again, I'm going to be making up more banana bread batter and banana nut bread batter. And I have extra. I'll be posting the leftover banana bread from my fiasco yesterday. Everyone have a great day. Stay out.